用中文。
对啊，
其实用中文有时候就觉得很亲切。
鼓励他们用中文。
用中文，一群外国人在那用中文聊天，怎么会想到要来中国？I'm Tungamira Erikumpona from Zimbabwe. I came to Hangzhou, China in 2017. I've been here for 8 years and now my PhD here in Hangzhou. I'm currently studying International Affairs and Global Governance here at the School of Public Affairs at Zhejiang University. You know, before coming to study here, I didn't know anything about Hangzhou. When I arrived here in 2017, there were about 4,600 Zimbabweans studying in China. The visa is pretty much convenient. I can give you an example that if you have all your materials ready to apply for a student visa in Zimbabwe, you just need about 3 days and everything is done. And so I thought coming to China was the best option, but I didn't know anything about Hangzhou. After coming here, I realized that I made a proper choice. I think there is much that this beautiful city can offer to me, so I decided to continue with my master's. I think there's too much more that I can get from here, so I opted to do my PhD, and I love the city, the beautiful sceneries, the culture, the people. Everything here is so interesting. Yeah, there are a lot of similarities between our two cultures, Zimbabwean and Chinese culture, and in the whole of Africa, that emphasizes the importance of a collective or a society or a community. So I think that has helped me much to understand how the Chinese people think, how the Chinese people act. That's how you realize that I spend much of my spare time during my bachelor's going out there in the society to volunteer, because I think we don't live in a vacuum.
导演好。西湖音乐喷泉吗？拿什么？西湖音乐喷泉要往前。Eric from Zimbabwe. I'm going to be introducing our pavilion today, this morning.
During my master's, I was also studying international affairs and global governance, but I was focusing on China's development experiences. I got to know more about China's history. I got to know more even about Hangzhou during the Southern Song dynasty, that it was the capital. There was a lot of economic activity here. And this is what we also see in modern China, in modern Hangzhou. We are seeing a fast booming economy here in Hangzhou. And now during my PhD, I'm working on how Chinese companies are going out there to invest in other companies, particularly from Hangzhou here, trying to tap into the opportunities that are on the continent, and particularly Zhejiang.
So I think these are some of the things that we can learn from China, and I strongly believe that there is a very strong...
If you want to learn how China developed in the past, I think the best way to do it is to go into the villages and see how these villages are evolving today. What I realized there was well, these rural areas are quite well off in terms of economic development and also social development. I spent almost a month in one of the rural areas writing my master's thesis.
So this is Shaoping, Zhejiang, Shaoping.
After I started going to the villages here in Zhejiang, I managed to get an opportunity to work with one professor from Tsinghua University to invite some Zimbabwean scholars. After that, they wrote some articles which we combined into a textbook that we are currently writing a book, Zimbabwean Scholars' Understanding of Rural China and its Modernization. In the future, I'm planning to stay a little bit in China to learn more as someone who is interested in China studies, also to be the bridge between Zimbabwe and China. So in the future, if I have the opportunity to stay here, I think it will be a very good thing for me to be this bridge to attract more Zimbabwean scholars to come over here, and also to foster some cultural exchanges between my country and China. I wish to go back to Zimbabwe with all these experiences and everything that I'm going to learn from here, taking it back home. It may impact someone, or maybe it can help to change some things.